Hello. So I have an hour. We're gonna see if I can make it in this hour, but I am getting ready for school, so get ready with me. Okay, so I'm challenging myself this week to wear makeup to school and see how I feel about that in regards to my gender and whether or not I think that wearing makeup is something that I would like to continue wearing more often, or if I completely just only want to wear makeup when I'm performing. So that's kind of the gist. I do have an hour. I already did my hair, sort of, pinning them into place. I really just wanted to wear my star clips today as well, so I think that's why I'm going for this whole hairstyle. Give me my stars. Anyways, hair done. Let's start with foundation, actually. I have like a lot of foundations, but they're also pretty dark for the person I am currently. I'm gonna mix like my foundations and my this really light concealer that I have. So I usually only wear makeup when I'm performing or like when there are ballroom related things. I am agender, so I don't identify as a man or a woman. Identifies nothing at all, actually. That being said, I am also fully aware that I am very feminine. I look like a girl, I talk like a girl, I walk like a girl. You know what I mean? Sometimes that just gives me the ick. Sometimes, and with sometimes I mean like a lot of the times it gives me the ick. I think it's matching my neck as well. So I only wear it in like queer spaces because I know I'm not necessarily being defined as a girl or perceived as a girl. At least that's the delusion that I'm holding myself to. I wore like a full face of makeup last Friday because I had to go to uni first before I went to a ball, and I knew I wasn't gonna have any time between to do my makeup and get into my house dress code. So I just went dressed up to uni. I wear pretty tame house dress codes. That's just how I like to style myself. Oh, I like this color match actually. Whenever I go to a ball. Oh wait, actually, I wanted to add these in too. I bought some hydration drops actually. I realized that a lot of the issue that comes with my makeup has to do with just a lack of hydration, and so I bought like hydration drops to kind of see if that makes any difference throughout the day. I think that's also what I want to do. No, I know that I think that is also a huge reason as to why I want to wear makeup to uni the entire week, because I don't have any gigs lined up right now because I am preparing to go for a student exchange. So I don't have like the opportunity to like wear makeup for a gig and see how that holds out. So I figure, the next best thing is just wearing it to university, right? And that kind of trips me out in a way, kind of, because I know that at university, I am very much perceived as a woman. I don't feel it as much, like I'm not as aware of it as much when I'm not wearing makeup and when I'm just like, I only do my skincare, put on my baggy clothes, and I go to uni. That's when I'm not as aware of that. But again, back to last Friday, because I went full face to uni, it was very interesting. It was a very interesting experience. I don't get attention. I'm not aware of the attention that I'm getting. I think that's the best way to say. When I was at uni, I look good. I'm not gonna lie, I really look good. And other people noticed too. And it's like pretty strange experience to like walk around and just like see people staring at you for an uncomfortably long time, right? It's not just a look up and a look down. No, it's just like look up, look down, look up again, and then like keep looking. And it's usually from males or like, masculines. Masks. I'm not really used to that. I don't really know how I feel about that. I had to do some reflection at the end of the day. Like, okay, how does this make me feel to get attention like this from people? And also, how does it make me feel to get like, because there was a cute guy, and then he looked up and he saw me, and when you see someone and you're like, I think they're into me. That sounds, I don't know how to say that. I still feel a little bit weird saying that out loud, but that's what I experienced. And I don't get that a lot. I see that happening for other people, but I don't get that look at all, actually, or as much as I'm aware of, right? It kind of set me down a little bit of a, how do I say this? Like, it wasn't a bad thing. Was actually pretty surprised that he noticed me. I was pretty surprised that he looked at me the way that he looked at me. But it also had to like reflect back on myself, like, this cute dude is thinking, oh, that's a cute girl. I don't know what's going on in someone's mind, but that was the first thing that kind of stuck in my head. How do I feel about that? How does that in any way, shape, or form affect how I feel about myself and my gender? I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised, and at first I was like uncomfortable because I never had this type of attention, and then it kind of sunk down to me, and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. Not that I got attention from everyone, but that, you know, someone that I thought was attractive thought that I was attractive too. I'm gonna use some blush. Yeah, baby, we said all the way. Gonna go in with my sponge again. Is this a healthy glow? Do I look healthy or do I look really blushy? I think I look really blushy, but that will tone down. I'm gonna use some powder now. I always have to open my powder above my trash can, or else it will fly everywhere. It's gonna really work it into the sponge. I don't know if you can see the dust particles going everywhere. This is a new powder. Usually I use the Essence one. I wanted to use a more finely milled powder because I did feel like the Essence powder is a little thick. So if you know of any like banana powders that are more finely milled, please give me some suggestions. Because I do feel like sometimes this one, a white powder, kind of washed me out. Even though it says translucent, it does kind of wash me out. Can you see? I look like a ventriloquist. You know what I mean? I look like a fucking ventriloquist. What the fuck? Did I just ruin my makeup? Okay, I look kind of goofy, but I think we can make it work. I have 30 minutes to go. Okay, let's zoom in. I'm going to do my eyebrows. As you can see, I have new piercings. I don't like to fill in my brows with a pencil, so I use a powder instead. I cannot find what I wanted to use, so I'm just going to use like this flat top brush. The reason why I'm wearing makeup to uni this week is because, and why I'm challenging myself to do that, is 1, comfort zone, 2, figuring out what this means for my gender identity, how I feel about it, and 4? Am I at 4 or 3? I don't know. I cannot count because I'm doing 2 things at the same time. Yeah, the last reason is I have some skincare that I want to try out, or at least I have these hydration drops that I want to try out. Okay, do I want to put on lashes? No. Actually, I don't want to put on lashes because that's going to take some time and I don't want to spend some time. So I'm going to do my eyeliner actually. So I have class from 11 till 5. I only have like 2 classes today. They're just like not wisely scheduled, I guess. Nothing to do with my scheduling abilities. Everything to do with just the times these classes are offered. Like all my language classes are early in the day and all my seminars and lectures are like 3 till 5 or 3 till 6. So I make some pretty long hours on a day being at uni, but not necessarily in class. I do have a quiz today, so I love how instead of spending time to study on my quiz, I'm doing this. But you know, I have an hour commute, so I feel like if I were to continue doing makeup, I would have to wake up an hour earlier because this is taking me a while. And I still haven't finished my food, and my food is cold and hard. We got that. I'm gonna curl my lashes now. Really still contemplating on whether or not I want to wear fake lashes. I do have them. They're really pretty. I got them from Temu. They're the ones that like flip out on the end, and they're also very demure. If you get what I mean. So it's a very casual lash. I go in with a very small lash curler to get the ends, and then I also like to just curl some here as well. I like how, I don't know if you can see it, it's very straight as well. This is the lash curler from Shu Uemura. Is it Shu Uemura or Shu Uemura? Grabbing just some mascara. Very cute. Okay, I do have a dry patch right here at my nose. I don't know if you've been seeing that, but overall, it's looking pretty well. So I'm not mad at it. And maybe that dry patch comes from the powder. All right, you can see a little bit of the blush. I do think that's pretty cute. I am gonna add a little more blush because, you know, let me zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Just using this pink blush. I'm just gonna bring the cheeksies back to life. Still feel like I'm a little pale in the face. Okay, so now for lips. I only have one lip combo. It's just going in with like this really dark lip pencil. Okay, so I shaded in the edges because I like my lips to kind of go like forward. I do have to take this with me, so if it looks a little lopsided, that's fine. My lips are not symmetrical. I got bitten by a dog when I was younger on my lip because the adult figures in my life were like, no, you can kiss that dog, it's a nice dog. Me as a child, I was already feeling the dog wasn't fucking with me, so I was like, no, I don't want to kiss the dog. And they were like, no, kiss the dog. So I kissed the fucking dog and the dog fucking bit me. And then I cried, and then they told me to stop crying. You know who you are, you motherfucker. The one who told me to stop crying. Idiot. I go over it with a gloss. And that's it. This gloss, it doesn't really matter. Oftentimes I also use like a clear gloss. I just cannot find my clear gloss right now. Small room, always something that is lost. This is the look. How do I feel about this? I don't know how I feel about this. But we're gonna figure that out throughout the day. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend time with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. I need to hurry up. I have 15 minutes to eat and to put this all away. Jenna!